everyone, it's Anita, and in today's video I'm going to share some travel stories with you. I already made a video like this, but this one's a bit different because this is a on the road edition, and I don't mean on the road like Jack Kerouac's On the Road. This book just isn't good, so okay. Anyway, I have 3 stories for you today. By the way, I'm doing this in chronological order. So the first story is called At the Hungarian Border. In case you're new here, I live in Switzerland, but my parents are from the Balkans. They're from several former Yugoslavian countries. And so we usually visit our family once a year, and we drive there. This is our normal route we take to Bosnia. I usually drive through Italy, Slovenia and Croatia. But this story took place in the summer of 1997. So for obvious reasons, we had to take another way. So we drove through Austria and then through Hungary, through Serbia, and then got to Bosnia. That was the route. And I actually don't remember this story because I wasn't even 2 years old when this took place. It was a few months before my 2nd birthday. But my mom has told this story about 100 times, so I know it. Something weird happened at the Hungarian border. And you know, it's not that uncommon that they want to see what's in your car, that they ask you some questions, or they want to get bribed. But this really tops it. Like, I promise you, there we were in our car, and so my dad was driving and my brother and I were in the back. My brother was 4 years old. Like I said, I wasn't even 2 years old yet. Like, our car was full. Naturally, at the border, they wanted to, you know, see what was in our car. My mom opened the trunk and she was there, and she just said, I can get the things out if you want. Like, I packed everything, just please don't just, you know, take something out. It's better if I do it because I know where everything is supposed to be, stuff like that. So he found this plastic cup, and that was just a measuring cup for laundry detergent, and he looked at it and he asked my mom, you know, what's this for? And so my mom, you know, explained it like, yeah, that's just for detergent. So he pauses and asks her a question that just no one expected, and it was, do you have a bomb? A bomb. A bomb. How? Why? Where's this coming from? I don't understand. I don't understand what he expected us to say. I mean, no one's going to be like, yeah, you caught me. You caught me. We're so close, but you just ask the right question. And I didn't understand, like, if you think someone has a bomb, you get backup, you get, you know, dogs or whatever the procedure is here, but I don't understand why you would ask someone if, you know, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And so, yeah, nothing really happened of that. Just my mom was like, no, of course, why would I have a bomb? I have 2 small children.
Boy, have you lost your mind, because I'll help you find it.
Yeah, so then he just let us go. So who knows, maybe we did have something on us, but no, of course not. Disclaimer, we didn't smuggle anything illegal. I'm pretty sure we didn't smuggle anything. So that was the first story, and let me know down below what you've experienced at border control. I would really like to hear your stories. Okay, so the next story is called Shady Parking Lot. Before I tell you the story, you need to know 2 things. 1, I'm always right, and 2, my parents never listen to me. As you can imagine, this is a bit frustrating. Anyway, so this happened in Italy. Usually we go to Italy, stay there for about a week, then we visit our family, then we just drive the whole way back. But sometimes my parents wanted to stop somewhere in Italy on our way back, just for a day to just, you know, have one more day at the beach, I guess. And so that's what happened, and we arrived there, and my dad wanted to park in this parking lot, and I said, first of all, I was really annoyed because I just wanted to go home, but whatever. And I also said that this parking lot just seemed a bit shady. I don't know, it just didn't seem safe. I warned them, you know, I warned them. I knew I was right, you know. We then went to the beach, and around noon, my mom and we wanted to go to the supermarket. On our way back, we thought, oh, you know, let's just check on the car to see if everything's okay. And we walk to our car and we see two men who are standing kind of close to our car, but we didn't really think much of it, and they just drove off on their motorcycles, and we didn't really think anything of it. My mom just tested if all the doors were locked, and the door on the driver's side was open. I mean, it was closed, but it wasn't locked, and so that was weird. But my mom just said, oh, your dad must have forgotten to lock that door, which doesn't really make sense. I don't know, for some reason didn't realize what had happened. Okay, so it's fine, we leave, and in the evening we come back, and so we start to drive home. And at a gas station, like my dad, he said, oh, something's up with the door, it's kind of hard to close it. And then we took a closer look at it and saw that someone had actually broken into our car, because there was a dent where they had you know, opened the car. And and then we realized, oh wait, so these two men were standing right next to our car when we got there, and they probably had just broken into our car when my mom and I decided to check on it. And so we kind of caught them, but we didn't realize it. The point is, like, we were super lucky because we had a lot of stuff in our car. I think like 3 laptops, I don't know what else. So yeah, we were super lucky. That just shows you that you should listen to me. No, but you know, if you feel like a place is not safe, or you don't feel safe somewhere, then listen to that feeling, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's go to the last story for today. I'm going to call it The Wrong Diesel. What had happened was we had just visited our family, and we're driving to Italy because this time we decided to visit our family first and then go on our beach vacation. And in Slovenia, we were at the gas station, and like the title suggests, my dad got the wrong diesel. I don't have the nerves to explain why he did that or what led him to that. It's just, I'm not going to get into it. And Slovenia is right next to Italy, so we didn't have to drive that far. But we noticed after some time that something wasn't right with our car. We barely made it to the apartment that we had rented in Italy because the car just randomly stopped, or it was difficult to steer the wheel, so something was just wrong with our car. But we made it. We just have a lot of luck. Honestly, we have a lot of luck. Yeah, so we made it to the apartment. Yeah, we stayed there for a week, and no one really thought about getting the car checked. Looking back, I should have thought of it, but I mean, it's not my car. It's, you know, I can't think for everyone, okay? But so no one really considered calling garage and getting the car checked out. So we stayed in Italy for a whole week, and on the day that we wanted to leave, we noticed that we couldn't start the car, and that was on a Saturday. So we called like this car service that we pay for in Switzerland, but it covers all of Europe actually. So if you have a problem somewhere, it goes through them. Okay, so we called them, and they called their Italian counterpart, and they sent someone. So this guy shows up. He wasn't a mechanic, which was one of the issues we had because in Switzerland, and then they send someone. That person takes a look at the car right there. But in Italy, apparently, or at least where we were, what they do is they just send someone to pick up the car and take that car to a garage. So we were a bit confused about it. And the funny thing, of course, is that the man didn't speak any of the languages we speak, and none of us speak Italian. So there was this language barrier, and he called his boss, and I spoke to his boss in English and just explained what the issue was. And then I gave the phone back to that guy, and so I hear him say lundi, and I'm like, okay, this sounds awfully a lot like lundi, the French word for Monday. And you know, I just thought to myself, no, that can't be it. That's just a weird coincidence, because my dad has to work on Monday, and if they're telling us that we have to wait until Monday to get our car, like, that's not going to happen. And as it turned out, that was the case. Once I spoke to his boss again, he said, yeah, they don't work on the weekend, so they will look at a car on Monday. And this could also mean if they look at the car on Monday and find that there's a huge problem with the car, we might not even get to leave on Monday. So my parents, they decided, like, for me it wasn't a problem, like, I was on my summer break. Oh, this actually happened a few years ago. And the parking lot story happened, I think, when I was like 14 or so. So my dad asks if he can drop the car off at a gas station, and we would just try to fill the car up with the right diesel, and maybe that would, like, mixing it with the right fuel would help, or I don't know what my dad was thinking actually. So, and yeah, so he agrees, because like he's getting paid for this. He drops us off at a gas station. There's no one at the gas station, because we were also hoping that someone that worked there could help us, but yeah, no one was there. And so it was actually tragic. Like, I'm laughing right now, but it was tragic. So yeah, they filled up the car, and I pushed the car around to start the car, and it kinda worked. Okay, so we get into the car. I mean, as you can imagine, like, I was just praying that, nothing bad would happen, because I honestly thought that I would die in that car, because that was just so irresponsible, but whatever. So we are, on the highway, and it's not going well, and we see this huge gas station, and we stop there, and it was one where they had a restaurant, where they had showers, where they had a few stores, so it wasn't in the middle of nowhere. So we stay there, and we call the same service again, because we thought, what, maybe now that we've driven a bit further, there might be a garage that works on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, but it was the same story, and he had to leave, because he was like, either I'm picking up the car or I'm leaving. So we were kind of desperate. We weren't really sure what to do. Also, sometimes people were walking past our car and stopped. I took a look, but just because they were curious, not because they wanted or could help. But then this one man walks up to us. I just remember this so well, because he was wearing sweatpants and flip-flops. So he looked like he had just, used a shower. So he walks up to us, and my mom says to me, this man looks like he's from Bosnia. Which is also funny if you watched my first video, because something similar happened to me, where some girls said that I looked Bosnian. So that's the reverse story, I guess. And my dad tries to speak English or whatever that was. I mean, he looked Eastern European, but I personally couldn't tell where he was from, And so my dad also asked him, like, oh, are you, I don't know what he guessed, Bulgarian or something. And then I was like, no, Bosnia. So yeah, he was actually from Bosnia. Sorry. Because, of course, the only person that could help us in Italy was a man from Bosnia. Of course. Yeah, so what happened was, he was a truck driver, and he had parked at the wrong place at this parking lot. So the police came and put, I don't know what they're called, but they put something on the wheels of the truck so he couldn't drive away. And anyway, so he didn't have anything else to do. He looked up YouTube videos and things like that on how to basically how to fix our car, because he wasn't a mechanic. He was just a guy who googled stuff and looked up YouTube videos. And honestly, I don't know how they did it, but like he and my dad worked on the car and fixed it, and it took them several hours. So that was an absolute nightmare. And we were just standing outside, like I was trying to keep our dogs calm, and yeah, it was a whole thing. Basically, like he helped us to fix our car, and thanks to this man we were able to drive home. This story is just insane, honestly. Like I tried to keep it as short as possible, but if you had to be there. We were ready to leave at around 10 a.m. My dad and this man were done fixing our car shortly before midnight. So we were struggling for, yeah, almost 12 hours. To end the story, we came home safely. Like honestly, I was terrified. I personally wouldn't have done that. I would have just, you know, booked a hotel or something. I mean, it was so stupid because we had a whole week in Italy where they could have fixed our cars. That was just dumb. I don't know how we did it. We happened to stop at that gas station and this man just happened to be there. And of course it was someone from Bosnia. Of course, like who else would help a stranger, you know? So yeah, that was the last story. Let me know your best on the road stories in the comment section down below. I hope you found this entertaining. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. It will really make my day. See you in my next video. Bye!